Who is the lover?
Allah.
Who is Ar-Rahman?
Allah.
Who is Al-Mannan?
La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. Muhammad is the messenger, to Allah is our return. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. Muhammad is the messenger, to Allah is our return. La ilaha illallah,
Muhammadur Rasulullah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. الحمد لله الذي أنزل على عبده الكتاب ولم يجعل له عوجا قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا ماكثين فيه أبدا. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Amen. I seek refuge in Almighty Allah against Shaitan, the accursed, and I begin the name of Almighty Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. I bear witness that nobody deserves any form of worship except Almighty Allah, who is our creator, our nourisher, and our sustainer. May his peace and blessings be with the holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the last prophet of his messenger, and all those who follow this right path. Amen. Brothers and sisters in Islam, viewers in general, I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. That is, may the peace and blessings of Almighty Allah be upon you all. Amen. You are welcome to yet another edition of your program Islam in Focus, and today we shall be dealing with the topic religious fanaticism and intolerance. And I have a very competent person to address this topic. He is an outstanding Islamic scholar internationally. Join me in welcoming our brother in Islam, Professor Hamzah Ishola Abdulraheem, former Dean of Postgraduate Studies, Kwara State University, Malete. Prof, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Marhaba bikum alan wa sa'la. In the Holy Book sent to mankind, Allah says in the Holy Quran, La ikraha fi din, qad tabayyana rushdu min al-ghayy. That is, there is no compulsion in religion. Truth stands clear from falsehood. This is the basis upon which we Muslims act and react to issues. But for quite some times in Nigeria, we've been trying to quell the problem of religious intolerance and fanaticism. We have not been able to succeed. That is why we have brought the topic for us to analyze on this program, so as to get our people back on track. Our curtain reserved for this evening, the 24th day of Rajab, 1446 years after the Holy Prophet Muhammad's departure to Medina for Hijrah, which is also the 24th day of January of the Christian calendar year 2026. What is called religious intolerance and fanaticism, Prof?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه والتابعين لهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد.
Amen.
Thank you very much for this question. And I want to start by saying that there are two issues in Nigeria
Now,
that continue to deter our progress, to deter our development, and all efforts we are making to take them off the road we have not succeeded in doing that. The two are one, corruption, and the second one is intolerance.
Allahu Akbar.
But since today we are not talking about corruption, we are talking of intolerance today. The simple definition of intolerance is the inability of an individual to accept difference or differences between human beings, between creatures of the Almighty. If you are unable to accept this difference or differences, there's no way you will not be intolerant. So, Almighty Allah created us in different colors, in different shapes, with different faiths, with different cultures and so on.
In different locations across the world.
Deliberately.
Allahu Akbar.
And for us to live in this world, on this planet,
Now,
we must appreciate that work of the Almighty. That if it had been His wish to make us one, that is, let all human beings be white, He could have done that. Let all human beings be black, He could have done that. Let all human beings follow one religion, Islam or Christianity, Judaism, any religion. He could have done that. And that's why He said, وَلَوْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ لَجَعَلَكُمْ أُمَّةً وَاحِدَةً وَلَكِنْ لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ فِي مَا آتَاكُمْ. If it had been the wish of the Almighty, He would have made you just one nation. This word one nation means a lot.
Allahu Akbar.
He would have made you to have one color. He would have made you to have one religion. He would have made you to have one language.
Made you one tribe.
One tribe. So, but He said, Allah sha Allah. Right? If it had been the wish of the Almighty, He would have done that.
Allah said that in
Allah
the
said that in
Quran.
the Quran. But He said, وَلَكِنْ لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ فِي مَا آتَاكُمْ. But just to test you. To test you whether you will accept what He did or you will not.
Are you able to pass the exam?
Yeah, exam. It's a serious examination to human beings.
Exam of restraining yourself
So anybody
from being parochial.
Whoever fails to tolerate this difference or differences certainly is being tested and is not passing the examination.
Allahu Akbar.
And of course, God has reward
for everything you do.
You follow Him, you don't follow Him, the reward is there.
He has passed the instructions.
So, but I want to differentiate between intolerance and fanaticism. Intolerance, like I've said, that is an inability of an individual to accept the difference or differences between
of the people.
If you are intolerant and you are seeing something that is different from your own in a particular room, you can decide to go out. That is stealing.
You are excused.
You can go. just leave.
Yes.
That is intolerance. But fanaticism is another level.
So,
fanaticism means that
looks like higher grade of intolerance.
High grade of intolerance.
Okay.
Because you are intolerant, but you don't just let it go.
Oh my God.
Something must be done.
Oh my God.
To go against that thing that is happening that is different from your own.
And you are the one taking that action by saying it out to cause confusion.
Either by words, by actions,
or by writing.
So, by writing. Anything. To show it, I am not following, I am not accepting that difference. That is fanaticism.
No, which could cause confusion.
No, it's a confusion itself.
Oh my God.
That you are fanatical, that means that not only you are intolerant, but you want to take action against what you think is not in line
with your own opinion.
That's fanaticism.
No.
So intolerance is just one the beginning of the problem. Fanaticism. So all those killing people because of religion or because of tribal ethnicity, because of whatever.
Or political differences.
Or political differences. That's fanaticism.
Okay.
But intolerance, if this one belongs to this particular party and is talking about that party positively to the annoyance of the person sitting beside him, and that person just decides to leave, is intolerant. But by the time you say, why are you saying that? Either by
you slapping
him or whatever.
Or you attack him.
Or I attack him, whatever.
You are fanatical about what you believe in.
That is fanaticism.
Thank you very much, Professor. Viewers from wherever you've been watching this program, it's your program Islam in Focus. And the topic we're addressing today is religious intolerance and fanaticism. Very recently, Prof.
Yes, sir.
In fact, another one just occurred in the last 24 hours. I'll give you the example of the two and your reaction to it. A religious leader who belonged to another faith different from Islam, from the north, specifically from northeast, attacked the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Wow.
Why should Mr. President attend Arab and Islamic summit in Saudi Arabia a few weeks ago? That Nigeria is not an Islamic country, it's a secular country. So that's what he said. This particular person does not remember or not give concern to the fact that in Nigeria today, we are not secular. We are multi-religious. Yes. We have Christians, we have Muslims, and we have idolaters and others who believe in other things. Secularism is where they do not believe in any religion. We are multi-religious in Nigeria. We are not secular. And there's no word secular in our constitution. Everybody should go and check it, including the lawyers among us. Now, he has exhibited religious intolerance and fanaticism by attacking Mr. President. This group that sponsors this program, the Muslim Media Watch Group, had to react. We reacted by saying that what you are opening is an old wound of more than 35 years ago. When some people said, why should Nigeria be attending the conference of Organization of Islamic Conference?
OIC.
OIC. And this organization was registered by a Christian of the state, General Yakubu Gowon, in 1969.
Yeah.
They turned it into controversy towards the end of the 80s. Very hot controversy until the 90s during the Babangida regime. It was resolved that OIC, though it's called Organization of Islamic Conference, many nations with Muslim minorities are part
members,
of the
members.
And they listed them. So we now ask him to stop exhibiting religious fanaticism and intolerance. That was the first one that occurred about a week or 10 days ago. But recently, Muslim communities of Ekiti State agreed that under the Sharia, we shall be adjudicating on Muslim matters in our mosque. And a group of Muslim scholars appointed by the Muslim community of Ekiti State, met at Ado Ekiti Central Mosque to settle family affairs affecting Muslims. And they said that we have listened to both sides. By so and so date,
We are going to meet again.
we are going to meet again and listen more before we admonish you on what to do. On the social media yesterday or early this morning, we saw it on the media where an individual was threatening that they should not do that in Ekiti State.
Because Ekiti State,
Because because Ekiti State have only 5% Muslim population. That is not true.
it can be true.
The Muslims of Ekiti are between 30 to 40%. I can count more than 10 towns that are dominated by the Christians in Ekiti State.
And even if they just one.
And this type of sitting has been holding in Osun. It has been holding in Oyo. It has been holding in Ogun. And it has been holding in Lagos. This brought about today's topic that religious fanaticism and intolerance, where is it leading Nigeria to? React as a Muslim professor and an outstanding Nigerian.
Thank you very much. You see, you have almost said it all. We have to be very careful in this country.
Now,
And what you just had, and what you just said about now, should not be surprising.
Allahu Akbar.
These people have said more than that.
Allahu Akbar.
They have said worse than that.
Oh my God.
You remember just recently, in 2023 elections,
Now,
when a Muslim from the north was appointed as the running mate
to the current Mr. President, when they wanted to contest election.
I never knew that we are so hated.
Allahu Akbar.
I never knew. And that saddened me a lot. That a religious leader will use his pulpit to
Preach against.
don't say preach against.
To
fire
Oh my
or
God.
to ignite discord among Nigerians. We are talking of political matters. In my own mosque, because I have a congregation.
Allahu Akbar. Where you are chief imam.
You know what the prayer I was asking my congregation to say that time.
Okay.
Was that Rabbana La taj'al. No, I want to remember it very well.
Okay.
That the meaning is this. Oh God, make our leaders those who are good among us.
Allahu Akbar.
And those who are good among us
Should be our leaders.
And don't make those bad ones among us
Our leaders.
That's the prayer.
Allahu Akbar.
In Christianity, they have bad people, they have good people.
That's true.
In
Islam, we have bad people, we have good people.
I think what should concern every well-thinking Nigerian
Now,
to say, please, oh God, if you want to pray, actually, if you are
Surely.
praying in a religious place and not just a political place that you call a religious place, you just say, God, give us good leader. But instead of asking you, give us good leader, people are now saying, how can you go and vote for a Muslim ticket? And for Mr. President, for that matter.
do you know that was what gave the president victory in that election?
No,
It was that gave President Tinubu victory. This is not a political program, it's a religious one.
Yes.
But by the opposing religious group preaching in their religious houses against the Muslims now rose that we never knew you hated us so much. After After all, some of us are born together in the same family, like it is in Southwest, in Edo, in Delta.
No, if you want to hate
Muslims and Christians are in the same family.
If you want to hate a man,
Yes,
a Muslim,
yes,
because of his Islam,
yes.
not Tinubu.
Allahu Akbar.
Not Tinubu.
Please explain more.
This is somebody who can we can just say 3/4 of Tinubu himself is Christian.
That's true. Only 1/4 could be regarded as Islam. Because apart from him, his wife is a Christian.
Not ordinary Christian. A pastor.
He is a pastor.
A pastor.
Some of his children,
most of his children,
Allahu Akbar,
are Christians. Just because he's Ahmed, he goes to mosque, he doesn't go to church. We know that. That's all. So what about if somebody like you is the one appointed?
So what would they?
In fact, they because of that. So if they can say such to somebody like Tinubu, hey, there's a problem.
No, fuck what.
So we just want to appeal to our people.
That's where I'm going. That what appeal do we give to the people in power and to we who are their followers or who are citizens of this country, regardless of the religion we believe in?
You see, things are getting worse and worse day in day out.
Oh my God.
You remember that of all the regions in those days, the 3 regions, the West, the East, and the North, it was Chief Obafemi Awolowo who first thought of establishing Pilgrimage Board.
Yes, Muslim Pilgrimage Board for that matter.
That time,
he never established one for Christians.
Because he knew that there was
it's not part of their pillars of religion.
Yes. He said, wherever Muslims are, as long as they are Nigerians, as long as they are Western Nigerians, he must take care of them. Today, the way people are thinking that no, Nigeria should not say anything about
religion.
But I know about pilgrimage again.
Okay.
When they said
it's a
personal issue. Let them do whatever they want to do. And when they failed, okay, give us our own.
Give us our own too.
Even though it's never stated in their name, to the best of my knowledge, I'm a student of religions. It's never stated in any book, at least in the Bible, that you should go and perform
pilgrimage.
It's not anywhere. But it's not.
It's because of that attack. Okay. And that is why you have thousands of Muslims going on Hajj, and you have very few going for the other
because it's not there.
Oh my God! It's not part of their
if you are doing it for this, then we too must go. For how long are we going to continue like this?
Thank you.
Is this a country?
Thank you very much, viewers from wherever you've been watching this program. We have brought up this topic for discussion today in order to warn Muslim and Christian leaders on religious fanaticism and intolerance. The president will attend all sorts of conferences. He will go to Italy. He will go to Israel. He will go to Saudi Arabia. He will go to anywhere where benefit will come for Nigeria. I can recall for over 40 years, people in Nigeria have benefited from the scholarship of Islamic Development Bank. Millions have benefited.
Sukuk.
The Sukuk is there. That is rehabilitation of our trunk A road across the country. It came through Sukuk. It's not a loan. It's given by the government where you are saying that they should not go and attend their meetings. We have Islamic banks across the country today where we have our brothers and sisters who are in Christian faith who are customers of these banks because of interest-free banking. There are a lot of things that have been dictated by the Holy Quran that we should do. The little we are able to do so far, we should work to do more. It doesn't change your religion. Remain where you are. Quran says, "Lakum dinukum waliyad." That is, your religion is for you. Our religion is for us. That is the principle Allah gave us. That let the people of the other faith remain, whether they are Jews, whether they are Christian. Don't disturb them. And in the life of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Medina, he had all of them. He had Christians, he had Jews, he had idolaters, and the Muslims were there. He was the leader over all of them. He never cheated anybody. So let us learn to be religiously tolerant and refrain from fanaticism. There lies progress for Nigeria and the whole world. On today's edition of our program, my guest has been Professor Hamzah Ishola Abdulraheem, former Dean of Postgraduate School of the Kwara State University, Malete. He's still in the university. I wish you the very best. Prof, thank you very much. Together we are saying, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
All praise is due to the one and only. He is the master of all creation.
All praise is due to the one and only. He is the master of all creation.